Join the students, you are welcome once again. Let us proceed with the story, and today we will study its fourth part. So, first of all, let me share the story with you on your screen. Here it is. Now, see, students, that this paragraph I think that we had studied yesterday. All the time there were many sounds to be heard. In the forge, the big billows groaned and the burning coal cracked. The fire boy shoveled charcoal into the mouth of the furnace with a great deal of clatter. Outside roared the waterfall, and a sharp north wind wiped the rain against the brick tiled roof. There were so many noise because that work was progress in the iron mill, and outside the inside the iron mill and outside the iron mill there was a lot of noise. Different kind of sound was being produced. Now let us see what happened after that. It was probably on account of all this noise that the blacksmith did not notice that a man had opened the gate and entered the forge. And probably it was because of all those noise, so many noise inside the forge, outside the forge was being produced, and probably because of those noise, blacksmith was unable to see, to notice that a man had opened the gate and he had entered into the iron mill, and until he stood close up to the furnace, and he noticed only when that the peddler came closer to him, came and stood close, very close to the furnace. Surely it was nothing unusual for poor vagabonds. Vagabonds. Now remember, students, there are so many words has been used for a same person, for the most important character of the story, protagonist of the story, like tramp, peddler, rat trap seller, and here vagabond also. So you remember whenever any questions will be asked to you in the examination, and that is any of these four words are used, it means the same person, that is addressed to the rat trap seller. Now see what happened. That surely it was nothing unusual for the poor vagabonds without any better shelter for the night to be attracted to the forge by the glow of the light. And it was surely it was nothing unusual, it was quite usual, because generally it was happening that for the poor vagabonds, means those poor people, homeless, vagabonds means homeless wanderers, and those who don't have their own home, without any better shelter for the night, because they don't have any better shelter to stay for the night, and they were to be attracted to the forge by the glow of light which escaped through the sooty panes, in the windows of the forge, that the window panes had become sooty, black and darkened because of the smoke, and through that they could guess that some fire was there inside, and especially at that time it was winter season. So it was quite natural for the poor vagabonds that to take shelter for the night, they used to come into the forge and to come in to warm themselves. And it was quite usual for those poor vagabonds that usually they used to come to warm themselves in the forge in front of the fire. The blacksmith the blacksmiths glanced only casually and indifferently at the intruder. Intruder, the person who entered uninvited. So here, that who is intruder? Intruder is that rat trap seller. And so the blacksmith glanced means looked towards only casually and indifferently at the intruder, means the paddler. When paddler entered into the force, the blacksmith looked at him casually, because he knew that it is quite general for the poor vagabonds to come to warm themselves. So he did not notice much on him. He just looked towards him casually, and he looked the way people his type usually did, with a long beard, dirty, ragged, and with a bunch of rat traps dangling on his chest. Now remember, student, because that this rat trap seller, the paddler, is the most important character. His character sketch can also be asked in your examination, board examination. So for that, this line you can use, that how his physical appearance, how he looked like. So you can describe like all this, that the people of his type, that how he looked. And here the poet says that he looked the way people of his type usually did. You know that poor vagabond usually looked. So he was also, the paddler, the rat trap seller, was also looking like any other poor wanderer with a long beard. He was having long beard, means it is about his physical appearance, that with his long beard, he was having long beard, dirty and ragged cloth, dirty and torn cloth that he was wearing, and with a bunch of rat traps, and a bunch of rat traps was dangling, means hanging on his chest. Means he was looking like any other poor vagabond, and that's why blacksmith did not notice him. He just looked casually towards him. He asked permission to stay, and when he came, that he asked permission to blacksmith to stay for the night there in the forge, and the master blacksmith nodded a hearty consent, and the master blacksmith had given his consent without honoring him with a single word. He did not say anything, but just in indication he told that yes, he could stay for the night there in the forge. The tramp did not say anything either, and the tramp also, means the paddler, also did not say anything. He had not come there to talk, but only to warm himself and sleep, because he had also not come there to talk, rather he just wanted to stay for the night and to warm himself and sleep there in the forge. In those days, the Ramsjo iron mill was owned by a very prominent ironmaster. Now, listen, see, students, that iron mill was owned by a very prominent ironmaster. Was the owner of the iron mill, and in those days, that Ramsjo iron mill was owned by a very prominent ironmaster. A very prominent ironmaster was the owner of the Ramsjo iron mill at that time, and whose greatest ambition was to ship out, means to export good iron, good quality of iron to the market. And his ambition was only to produce and to export a good quality of uh, iron to the market. So he watched both night and day to see that the work was done as well as possible. So he himself kept on a close walk on the work, whether that work was being done properly or not. And at this very moment, he came into the forge on one of his nightly rounds of inspection, and that's why that night he had come only to for his nightly round of inspection to inspect whether the work was going on properly or not. And that's why the iron master was also present there at that night in the um, iron mill. Naturally, the first thing he saw was the tall ragamuffin. The tall ragamuffin means a person uh, who was in ragged, who was looking dirty. Naturally, the first thing he saw was the tall ragamuffin who had eased his way so close to the furnace that steam rose from his wet rags, because it was raining outside. It was winter season, it was raining outside while when he came from the forest. So his clothes were in ragged. That's why he was sitting very close. He was standing very close to the furnace, and the steam was coming out from his wet rags, and the ironmaster looked at him. The ironmaster did not follow the example of the blacksmiths, who had hardly deigned to look at the stranger. Deigned means bothered. But iron master did not behave like blacksmith. Rather, who had hardly deigned to look at the stranger, because the blacksmith did not notice much, did not give any importance to the um, stranger. But ironmaster did not follow blacksmith. Rather, he walked close up to him. When he looked at the peddler, he went uh, close to him and looked him over very carefully, and he looked him very carefully, and then tore off his slouch hat. Means he was putting a hat, slouch hat, bending hat on his face, towards his face, and then tore off means removed his slouch hat to get a bit better view of his face. And when iron master saw him, he went close to him. He removed his hat a little from his face in order to get a better view of his face, so that he can look him in a better way. But of course, it is you, Niels Olof. And he addressed him as Niels Olof. Iron Master addressed the peddler as Niels Olof. And surprisingly, he saw him, and surprisingly, he addressed him as Niels Olof. He said that it is you, Niels Olof, and how you do look. And surprisingly, he was quite surprised to see his look. So that's why he asked him how he was looking at that time, because he was in a dirty clothes, and he thought that he knows that person. He was one of his old comrade. So that's why he was quite surprised that how he looked like. How could he look so bad? The and dirty. The man with the rat traps had never before seen the iron master at Ramtso, and did not even know what his name was. But the man means the rat trap seller, the peddler, uh, had never before seen the Iron Master at Ramjasu, because he had seen at the Ramso Iron Mill first time, to the honor to the Iron Master, and did not even know what his name was, and even he did not know what his name was. Now remember, uh, that means Iron Master means the paddler had not seen, the paddler had never seen the Iron Master. He saw him only the first time there, that day. Remember student, this is important. This is important point, keep in your mind. But it occurred to him that if the fine gentleman thought he was an old acquaintance, he might perhaps throw him a couple of kroner. He here that he was a greedy fellow. He was poor. He was greedy as well. But what happened, that it occurred to him that if the fine gentleman means the Iron Master thought that he was old acquaintance, he was old comrade, old known person to him, then he might perhaps throw him a couple of kroner. He could realize his uh, poor condition, and he could show some mercy, some sympathy towards him, and could give him a couple of kroner. And therefore he did not want to undeceive him all at once. And now remember students, and therefore he did not uh, and therefore he did not want to undeceive him all at once. And that's why peddler knew it very well that he made a mistake. Iron Master made a mistake in recognizing him due to the dark, uh, due to the night. But the peddler was quite clear that he is unknown person to him. He does not know him. But even though he did not want to uh, mm, undeceive him, did not want to disclose his identity, means he had hidden his identity. He knew that he is not his old comrade, old acquaintance, but he behaved, he talked to him in such a manner that he really was his old acquaintance. Why? Because he was a greedy fellow. He just wanted that he could give a couple of kroner to him, some money to him, in out of sympathy. Yes, God knows things have gone downhill with me, he said. And then he replied that the God knows things have gone downhill with him. Downhill with him means he was suffering with his misfortune at that time, and you should not have resigned from the regiment, said the Iron Master. And that's why and Iron Master also said that you should not have resigned from the regiment, means he thought that he was old, one of his old comrade, one of his old regimental friend, and that's why he was talking to him like old regimental friend. And he told that you should not have resigned from the regiment, and that was a mistake. If only I had still been in the service at the time, it never would have happened. And then the peddler said that yes, it was a mistake, means he accepted that he had resigned, and which was not reality. And if further he said that if only I had still been in the service, if he would have been doing his service at this moment, it would have never happened, means he would never have to suffer with his misfortune. He would not have been in such a bad condition. Well, now of course you will come home with me. And after that, Iron Master invited him to come to his home. Now, of course, you will come home with me means Iron Master invited the peddler to come to his home. To Now let us see that what happened next. That to go along up to the manor house and be received by the honor like an old regimental comrade means friend. That that however did not please the tramp was not happy to receive the invitation from the Iron Master. Why? To go along up to the manor house to go to his farmhouse, he was not happy to get the invitation from the Iron Master, uh, because that he was unhappy, he was not happy because naturally that he had done something wrong, and because of that he was feeling he is a guilty fellow. Here that guilty mind is always suspicious. He had a guilty mind because that he had stolen that 30 kroner from the crofter's house. Might be because of that he did not want to accept the invitation. Let us see what happened. No, I couldn't think of it, he said, looking quite alarmed. Quite alarmed means quite frightened. And then, when Iron Master invited him to his house, he uh, he denied, and he said that no, he couldn't think of it. Means he is not thinking of coming to his house, he said, looking quite alarmed. And while he said this, he looked quite alarmed, quite frightened. He thought of the 30 kroner. Why he was alarmed? He was looking quite alarmed because that he thought of the 30 kroner. 30 kroner, that 10 kroners note which he had stolen. From where? From the crofter's house. Crofter who had shown such a great hospitality towards him, but he had deceived him by stealing 30 kroners. And because of those stolen 30 kroners, that he was caught in the forest. He had chosen the way to go through the forest, and he was caught there. And now here once again that he was frightened because of those 30 kroner. Now see what happened next. He thought of the 30 kroner. He started thinking about the stolen 30 kroner. And to go up to the manor house would be like throwing himself voluntarily into the lion's den. Remember, students, just you can underline it. Important point. Because he thought that to go up to the manor house, to the Iron Master's house, would be like throwing himself voluntarily, consciously into the lion's den. It was just like the throwing into himself into the danger. To go to the Iron Master, that it means that it would be throwing himself voluntarily into the lion's den, into the danger, because that he had the doubt that if he will go there he would be caught. And he only wanted a chance to sleep here in the forge, and he just wanted to sleep there. He just wanted to have a chance to sleep in the forge, to stay for the night at the forge, and then sneak away means run away secretly, sneak away and go away from there as inconspicuously as possible, means secretly, as secretly as possible. But the Iron Master means guessed, that he felt embarrassed because of his miserable clothing, But Iron Master thought that he is the Iron Master, uh, guessed that the peddler rat trap seller, means his comrade, was feeling embarrassed because of his miserable clothing, because he was, you know that wearing dirty and ragged clothes, and because of that he did not want to come to his house, because he is feeling nervous, he is feeling embarrassed because of his cloth. But the ironmaster, uh, please don't think that I have such a fine house, fine home, that you can't show yourself there. But further, he explained, in order to convince him to come to his house to accept his invitation, he told that, please don't think that I have such a fine house, don't think that I have a big house, fine house, and that you can't show yourself, you can't appear there. And further he said that Elizabeth is dead. Now remember, students, Elizabeth is the name of the wife of Ironmaster. And further, Ironmaster said that Elizabeth is dead, means his wife Elizabeth had already been died, as you may already have heard, and he thought that he would have already uh, known about that. And my boys are abroad, and he told that his boys, means his sons, are abroad. They were not, his sons were also not at the home. And uh, and there is no one at home except my oldest daughter and myself. And who was at that time, who was living with him? That his daughter, means mm, and there is no one at home except my oldest daughter and him and myself. And Iron Master was living uh, along with his oldest daughter at his house, in such a big house. He was uh, living with his oldest daughter. Remember, student, there is a title, the rat trap. There is also, you can also give a subtitle to it, to this story. And that was that loneliness might be the subtitle for this, because that all the characters we have seen till now, that all those characters are suffering from loneliness. They don't have family, they don't have, that company of the people, like uh, the protagonist of the story, the tramp, the peddler, rat trap seller. He is also living alone without his family, and he is also suffering from loneliness. The crafter, he was also living alone, he was also suffering from that loneliness, and that's why he was also in search of a company. And now here also we can see that the ironmaster, who was also suffering from loneliness, that's why that he was in search of some company. So that loneliness, that might be the subtitle of the story. Keep these things in your mind. And we were just saying, and further he said that we were just saying that it was too bad we didn't have any company for Christmas. And he told that he was feeling bad that he did not have any company for the Christmas, because next day there was the Christmas, and he did not have any company to celebrate the Christmas festivity. And now come along with me and help us make the Christmas food disappear a little faster. And that's why he had invited him to join him, to accept his invitation, come to his house and celebrate the Christmas festival with him. That's all for today, students, that I'm going to stop here. uh, and that next part of the story we will study next day. And as you do, I tell you to do every day, that here are some questions. These are the short answer type questions in 30 to 40 words. You can write the answer in 30 to 40 words. What made the peddler think that he had indeed fallen into a rat trap? This has already been explained. You can write the answer in 30 to 40 words. The second one, why did the iron master speak kindly to the peddler and invite him at his home? He thought that he was his old comrade, old friend, and he did not have any company to celebrate the Christmas. So these points, including these points, you can write your answer in your own word in 30 to 40 words. And why did the peddler decline the invitation? This is the important, this one is important question. And here, that in this paragraph that we have studied, as he was frightened, why he was frightened, that you just have to explain it and you can complete your answer. That's all for today, students, and I hope that you will be able to do the question answers. Keep those answers in your mind, and so that wherever it is whenever it is required, you can write the answer. That's all for today. Thank you and have a wonderful day.